Is this thing on? Dear Makeup Diary, for today's very first makeup entry for the year, the brand new year 2025, which welcome to my channel for the very first video that I am posting for the year 2025. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I would love if you take a moment and subscribe down below. It is absolutely free to subscribe to me, and I would love to see you in my future videos. But let's go ahead and get started with today's makeup look. Today, I just finished creating today's makeup look, and I'm going to share with you the products that I used as well as the eyeshadow palette towards the very end. So let's go ahead and get into it. I started off with no under makeup moisturizer. I don't put on under makeup moisturizer or a primer when I use this product. I really just like the way that it sits on my skin all by itself. I feel like my skin feels hydrated enough with it. I will say I have normal skin. I don't have oily or dry or combination. I have normal skin. And okay, after that, I am wearing my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour stick. This is the contour stick that I picked up in the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. It is my goal this year to use my contour. It is my goal this year to use my cream makeup so that I get a lot of use out of it before, excuse me, I have an itch. My hair started tickling me. Take two. It is my goal this year to get as much use out of my cream makeup as possible. So that being said, I'm also wearing my Nude Sticks bronzer in Mocha something. That's the shade name, but here is what my product looks like. Let me show you how much product I'm starting off with for the year. So that is how much I have to start off with. I'm hoping to, I do use this product pretty much every time I do my makeup now. And same with this contour product. So here's how much I have. I have a lot of this product. And again, I did get this one 50% off as well as the Nude Stick bronzer. That's why I picked them up. And then I used just the tiniest little bit of my ABH. I always do that with a highlighter. The ABH highlighter stick. This is my other cream contour, my cream makeup that I got from the oh, good Lord. Okay. This is the other cream makeup stick that I got during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty from ABH. This is, well, I got three things. This is the cream highlighter, and that's how much I have. I use the least amount of this product, even though I kind of have been going in heavier with my highlight because I do want to try to use as much of this up. So there's that. This is the concealer that I am wearing. I am wearing my Little NARS concealer. This is the shade that I have on. I would say it is a really good match. I am not wearing any powder, so I have not set my face at all with any powder. I did set my face with my Urban Decay All Nighter in the classic formula. But I did put on my blush before that. I went in with my Lawless Cream blush. This is what mine looks like now. The outside of the compact got really dirty in today's application, probably because of the blush brush that I used. The blush brush that I used was not dense enough, and so the wispier it is, the more it got on the outside. Anyway, and then in my last video where I used this product, I gouged out my my makeup product. Anyway, on my brows today, I am wearing my ABH, I think this is called the Brow Wiz, the one with the little bitty skinny one. And then I set my brows with the Rare Beauty Brow Gel. Trying to get that one finished up. I like it a lot, but I've purchased other brow products, so I don't plan on repurchasing that one until I'm out of brow products, unless I've come up with something else that I want to try or something better by then. On my lips, I lined my lips with my MAC lip liner in Stone, which is my favorite lip liner. And this is the KVD liquid lipstick shade that I am wearing. I hope you can see the name. I don't know if it focused, but that's what it looks like on me. And let's get into the eyes. So today I am actually testing out the Urban Decay Anti-Aging Eyeshadow Primer for the very first time. I've never used this product before today, and I will say I really do appreciate how easy it is to blend my eyeshadow on this product. I do feel like I see the creasing of my hood a lot more prominently with this eyeshadow primer than I do with my MAC Paint Pot. My MAC Paint Pot is really good about kind of blanking out and filling in my hood as much as possible. And so it doesn't like wrinkle up like this, or maybe it just makes it less visible. I don't know. Anyway, I do see the wrinkliness of my eyelids, like more so in today's eye makeup look than I've ever done. And I mean, I've done looks like this very similar. I used an all matte eyeshadow palette. I am using the Makeup by Mario eyeshadow palette in the neutral matte palette that came out towards the end of last year. I love this palette. And then I did use this on my lower lash line. This is the slate gray color from, I forgot the actual shade name, but this is from Give Beauty. I really enjoy those eyeliners. And then for my mascara, I started off with the purple tube of the Essence mascara, the Lash Princess mascara. Is this the Lash Princess? Yeah, the purple Lash Princess from Essence, and that was on the top lash first. Then I coated the top lashes with the Aqua Lash Princess, and I used this on the lower lash line as well. That completes my makeup look, but to finish up my thoughts as far as my first impressions go on my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer for how it worked, I really did like how softly and easily it blends the eyeshadow up like on the upper eye. However, and I do like, hold on, not however. And I do really like the way that the colors look on this. I feel like they're more true to tone because my MAC Paint Pot, I do get it in like a little bit of a cool tone shade. It's got a little bit of a pinky skin tone, like a pinky hue in the undertone or whatever. I use the shade Painterly. I used to use the shade Soft Ochre, which is a little bit more of a match towards my undertone, I would say, but it's a little bit more yellow. And I felt like that really did have an effect on the colors that I would get out of the shades. And I just found that I prefer the way that the colors look more on Painterly than I do on MAC Paint Pot. And instead of me trying to match my skin tone with the Paint Pot, because I'm going to cover it up with eyeshadow anyway, I just decided to go with the one that I liked the way that the colors perform on it better, especially since I tend to lean towards wearing more cool toned eye looks than I do warm tone. Now, if I had both ochre, the soft ochre and the Painterly in my collection at the same time, then I would end up using the soft ochre with my warm tone shades and then Painterly with my cool tone shades. I do have a Painterly in black that I want to use, and I've never tried it yet, so I'll be doing that in the near future. But back to my first impressions of the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. I do really love the way that the eyeshadows look on the primer. I just don't really love how my eyelids look with the primer. So, yeah, I did pick this up during the sale where it was like 40% off or something like that. I don't know. I only paid like $7 or $9 for this little thing, and that was the lowest that I've ever seen it price that I've wanted, like from when I've looked into it or whatever. And so I figured I'd go ahead and pick it up and try it because I had intended to use this when I went to Colorado. If you saw my recent Get Ready With Me from Breckenridge, Colorado, then you know why I didn't use this or whatever. So, but if you missed that video, I'll leave that chatty Get Ready With Me up here in the eye and down below in the description box, so you can check that video out when this video is over if you're interested in hearing that story or whatever and hanging out with me while I do my makeup on Christmas Eve. Anyway, yeah, so I had purchased this to go to Breckenridge, Colorado, but I used it today for the first time, and I can totally see me really enjoying using this. I feel like I'm going to use this a lot, not only because I purchased it, but also because I now want to see, I'm curious what the colors of my eyeshadows will look like on this as opposed to the Painterly. And then, like, so I'm going to be using it with a lot of my eyeshadow palettes. And so that's not going to, like, that's not to say that I don't still highly revere my MAC paint pot. I love my MAC paint pot, and I will still use my MAC paint pot on occasions. Maybe I'll just end up using this, like, say, on the lower lash line, because I have found that not lower lash line, but like underneath the eye to like hold my pigment down there a lot better, because I have found that I don't like using the paint pot underneath the eye. It messes with my eye concealer a little bit too much, and it's just too heavy. So maybe this would be nice for just like a little bitty strip of when I'm trying to get some longevity out of my lower lash line. Typically, I don't worry about any primer, and I just go with, you know, setting my eyes with my concealer. And if I've put any powder on that day, today I don't have any powder, so I just went straight on with letting my concealer self-set. And like I said, I am using the NARS Radiant Creamy Radiant Creamy Concealer. I have dexterity issues, so these really small fumbly shapes are hard for me to hold, but when they're a little bit bigger or thicker, like, I can grip on. Let me go ahead and let me get that. Oh God. Okay, anyway, so for the record, it is January 3rd when I am filming this, and like I said, it is my very first time to put on makeup this year so far. It's pretty funny. Well, it might be funny to others, but I find it kind of funny that I did an all matte makeup. Well, I did wear a highlighter that's a little glowy, but I did an all matte eyeshadow look and lip again today for New Year's. Sorry that I bumped the camera. I did that last year for New Year's too, and it really wasn't intentional. It's just kind of like the vibe I'm in and what I'm feeling. So anyways, yeah, I'll probably be sharing this look in an upcoming video. But I wanted to do this very first makeup diary entry in case anyone was wondering, just in case anybody was wondering about my look of the day when I do that video. So I'll be able to share this look details, like the details of this look, in that description box for anyone. But so let me go over the shades that I used to create today's look. And I'm going to be looking down here in the camera, in the mirror, while I point to the shades. So I apologize that I'll be looking down, but let's focus here on the eyeshadow palette. So I started off with this shade here in the crease, on the inner portion of the crease, and then I used this shade in the outer portion of the crease to start off like my transition shade. Then I went into this shade here to deepen up the outer corner just a tad bit. I used this shade here on the lower lash line underneath. I used this shade here on the upper lash line across the lashes all the way. I used this shade here to smoke out the outer edge of both the top and just a tiny bit of the bottom edge as well. I used this shade here to brighten up the inner portion of the inner eyelid, and on both eyes, obviously. And I used the matte cream bright shade for my brow bone highlight, which I'm realizing now that I did forget to blend that. So let me get a brush to blend that out real quick. Hold on, I'm just grabbing the closest thing nearby. Forgot to blend my brow bone highlight into the top. All I did was place it, and I'm not done yet. So yeah, here we go. All right. And so that completes today's look for my very first eyeshadow look of the year. Let me give you a close-up now with the eyes open and closed again. All right, so that's going to do it for today's makeup diary entry. If you're wondering what it is that I'll be doing today in this look, besides possibly filming a video later, is I'll be doing some plant shopping. I need to go and buy 3 people-sized plants for various parts of my house, and so I'm on the hunt for some massive plants today. Wish me luck. I'm also going to be returning the Fenty Eavesdrop skin tint thing because I was able to return the foundation, but apparently I remember now afterwards, after trying to return the skin tint with the foundation, that I picked those up at different locations. Like one of them was the Sephora Kohl's that I bought the thing at, and then the other one was the regular Sephora. So I had to go to 2 different ones, and I ran out of time or energy or effort, desire, whatever that day. And so that portion of that to-do list made it to today. So I'll be doing that while I run around as well. And earlier in the day, I was doing some decluttering and cleaning of the house, so I'll probably be doing a little bit more of that throughout the evening. But whatever it is that you're doing, spending your day, I hope that you are having a great start to the year. I wish you a happy new year, and thank you so much for hanging out with me for today's video. If you made it this far, I would really, really love if you leave me a black heart down below. Black for the smoky black in this beautiful all matte eyeshadow palette from Makeup by Mario. Even though I didn't use the black shade today, I do really, really love this black shade. So anyways, yeah, leave me a black heart down below, and thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you enjoyed today's video, please give my video a like. It really does help my small channel out so much. And make sure you're subscribed to my channel before you go. As I mentioned earlier, it is absolutely free to subscribe to me. And if you made it this far in the video, you should definitely subscribe to my channel so you can hang out with me the next time I upload some content, which is pretty frequently, but I don't have a set schedule. So I will see you in my next video. Bye.